The castle of Florimond lay in the amber light of late afternoon, its tall spires casting long shadows across the cobbled courtyard. Birds sang faintly from the distant gardens, their melodies swallowed occasionally by the distant murmur of the river beyond the outer walls. Inside the cold stone corridors, an uneasy silence pressed down, broken only by the measured footsteps of servants and the chime of bells. Princess Florimond paced her chamber, her reflection flickering in a gilded mirror. Her fingers traced the contours of her latest acquisition, a delicate golden necklace that gleamed like liquid sunlight. Each bead seemed to pulse with a secret rhythm, whispering promises only she could hear. Her father, King Alaric, entered abruptly. His face was stern. "Florimond," he said, his voice cutting through the quiet, "I insist. You must marry." Florimond's eyes met his. "You might as well have been speaking to the walls, father. I do not wish to marry." King Alaric's jaw tightened. "Unfortunately, it is not your choice." Lord Haldrick bowed from the doorway, suggesting marriage could be advantageous. Florimond turned away. "If I marry anyone, they will learn more about me than anyone should ever wish to know. That is reason enough to refuse." "Very well," her father said with finality. "You are dismissed." As his footsteps faded, her lady-in-waiting, Yolanda, stepped inside. "Clarice," she whispered, "the princess is to marry." "Yet, I believe the princess harbors a secret," Clarice replied with suspicion. "What could it be?" Clarice leaned in. "I haven't the faintest idea," Yolanda admitted, "but you must not falter in watching her." The castle bells tolled. Florimond had vanished again, slipping silently from her chamber with the practiced grace of one who never wished to be seen. Outside, the gardens sprawled. King Pro, a prospective suitor, wandered among the foliage, attempting to read the princess's intentions. "She is elusive," he murmured. Florimond's laughter drifted through the leaves. "Where did he go?" asked a passing gardener later. "Disappeared." Inside, Florimond's perfume had offended the latest suitor so thoroughly that he had retreated to his chambers, muttering about an early return to Spain. "Every suitor disappears," Clarice whispered, "and now she has a new golden chain, one I did not purchase for her." Yolanda shook her head. "Where is she finding those beads? She sneaks from her chamber each night. We must be vigilant," Yolanda warned. Prince Florestan had arrived. Prince Florestan arrived under a veil of suspicion. "It is best to end your search." Florimond's whisper drifted to him like a shadow. Curiosity took hold. That night, he and Gervais, the butler, followed her into the moonlit gardens. "Are you certain this is wise?" Gervais muttered. "I can't ignore it," Florestan replied. The scent of night flowers mingled with the faint metallic tang of the golden necklace. They followed. Florimond approached a secluded glade where the beads of her necklace seemed to glow with a life of their own. "Here," hidden magic whispered. The first bead contained the essence of a lost suitor. Florimond smiled. "The only way they'll be free is if I release them, and I will not." Florestan and Gervais watched, stunned, as she performed a delicate ritual, weaving threads of enchantment that bound men into her jeweled prison. "Princess Florimond," Florestan called softly, "why do you do this? Why trap them?" She straightened, her eyes glinting in the dim light. "And who are you to question me?" Her voice was silk and steel. "I ask because it is wrong," Florestan said. "They deserve their freedom." "This is self-preservation," she laughed. "Heartbroken long ago, I found the witch. She taught me this magic, each bead a life, a soul, a gift. I regret nothing. Their lives are small sacrifices for mine. Would you not do the same?" Gervais stepped forward. "This ends tonight." Florestan leapt forward to grab the necklace. "Don't!" she cried. "If you remove even one bead incorrectly, the life within will be destroyed." "Better destroyed than enslaved," Florestan countered. "There is no magic strong enough to justify this." Florimond's resolve finally wavered. A low cackle broke the silence. The witch emerged, hunched and ragged. "Foolish girl," she hissed. "Do you think you can defy my magic?" The witch raised a hand, but Gervais produced a silver dagger etched with runes. A flash of light erupted, throwing the witch off balance. Florimond unclasped the first bead. A bright flash erupted, and a young man materialized. One by one, she released them all. The necklace was reduced to a single bead. Florimond sank to the ground. "It is done," she whispered. The witch was defeated. Florestan approached. "Not all chains are made of gold," he said softly. "Some are made of fear, and only courage can break them." They returned to the castle. Florimond knelt before her father, the golden chain now empty. "It is over, father. The captives are free." The king's eyes softened. "I see now you were afraid, but you are strong and capable of goodness. You have my forgiveness." The morning after, Florimond awoke to hope. Servants opened shutters to let sunlight flood in. The freed suitors gathered in relief. "My daughter is no longer the girl who feared abandonment," King Alaric said. "She has become a woman of wisdom and heart." "I have learned that power can be a prison," Florimond replied. "Now I understand what it truly means to be alive." The necklace rested in the treasury, a symbol not of power, but of lessons learned. Princess Florimond finally breathed fully. She chose to live as herself, not as a prisoner of fear, but as a woman capable of trust and love, and that is the story of Florimond.